Namaste Patriji.
Namaskar Baba.
Dear friends, welcome everybody for this exciting discussion today in Pyramid Valley International Campus with our Grand Master and founder of Pyramid Spiritual Societies Movement, Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, on businesses and workplace environment, and then how can we enhance our life at workplace, as well as how can enhance the growth for the businesses. In dealing with people, in family situations, we always are posed with a lot of opportunities to grow. Personally, as a businessman, as a corporate employee, having worked in corporates, and then many of you also been that way in working, either running your businesses or working in some way or the other, the workplace also presents a lot of opportunities for us to grow. There are a lot of challenges that we get posed to be able to handle, whether it is managing people, whether it's managing projects, whether it is chasing our targets. There is always opportunity as well as challenge in dealing with them. And meditation and spirituality, when combined, certainly can lead to an excellent results, more for an employee's fulfillment while at the same time business growth. So I'm Chandra Pulmar Setti. I've been in software IT industry for more than 25 years, and I had the great opportunity to meet Patri sir in the year 99, while I took a little while to understand the power of meditation and spiritual science. But then ever since I understood that it is really bringing a lot of happiness, fulfillment, and I have made meditation as part of my life, and then successfully applied various meditation techniques in the business to grow the business while keeping employees very happy. But however, when I studied very closely with Patri sir, Pyramid Spiritual Societies Movement is one of the, greatest case studies of all times, where in a very decentralized model, it is grew leaps and bounds in a very short time in introducing meditation to various segments of people, from poorest people to definitely rich people, or anywhere outside any geography, whether it is countryside villages to the various cities abroad too. So we'll understand from Patriji the spiritual value and wisdom and meditation value and wisdom in the context of business and workplace. Sir?
Yes, Swamiji. Shoot.
Sir, in business, more than 40% of the businesses are not necessarily succeeding. When they start, they have challenges in maintaining the growth, or there's some way they cannot grow. And a lot of these reasons have been attributed to the leaders lacking vision, or they are greedy, or they don't handle the employees well. Just to set the context, so meditation or spiritual science, how do you say will help in the overall health or growth of business?
You touched upon a very important point. You use the word greedy. That is the most basic thing. People are greedy. This whole society is greedy. So, you are born in a greedy world. You are not born in an enlightened world. You are born and brought up in a greedy world. So, we are all greedy persons. And greed is the cause of suffering. In Sanskrit or Pali, it is said Trishna. Dukkha is because of Trishna, as Buddha said. Trishna is nothing but greed. That is the right translation. Greed. See, there are some needs and greeds.
Okay, sir.
Needs are different. Greeds are different. So if a human being is guided by needs, needs are always fulfilled. Greeds are never fulfilled. There is no end to the greed. And your greed runs counter to others' needs and others' greeds also.
I see. Okay.
So there is warfare, struggle. The greed of the employer versus the greed of the employees. The greed of the manager and the greed of the subordinate. In the workplace, all the work members, they are all greedy. It is so everywhere. So, whether it is in workplace or family place, you started with a family place. Whether it is a family environment or a corporate environment or any government environment or any NGO environment, people are always greedy. So, spirituality tackles basic greediness. So, everybody has to come out of the greed. How do you come out of the greed? You tell me.
You understand what is really important for you.
Yes, yes. A Ramana Maharshi was not a greedy person. A Jesus Christ was not a greedy person. A Buddha, he left his palace. He was not a greedy person. Then what were they? If they were not greedy, what were they?
They were searching for what gives them happiness.
Yes, yes.
So
They saw grief and greed everywhere. Grief and greed. Grief is because of the greed. And everywhere you see, there is grief and there is greed. Grief in the outside world, greed in the inside world. The inside world creates the outside world.
okay.
If there is no greed, there is no grief. And Buddha saw everywhere there is grief is there.
Okay.
And he discovered that everywhere there is greed inside.
Greed is there. Okay.
What others could not see, Buddha saw. Others could not see greed anywhere.
Okay.
They thought that greed is need.
Greed is need. Okay.
For a mother-in-law, yelling at the daughter-in-law is a need for ego fulfillment.
Ego fulfillment. Okay.
Understand? In India, we have got mother-in-laws and daughter-in-laws.
Correct, sir.
Every home, tug of war.
Yes.
You agree with it?
Yes, sir. Fully. It's there. Yes.
So the tug of war is there. That is because of the greed. Okay. The mother-in-law does not see the daughter-in-law as a daughter.
Yes.
So the grief comes. There is absolute catastrophe in the home, every home, because of the greed. Okay. Why that mother-in-law cannot accept that young lady as her own daughter? Because she never was spiritual,
Okay. Yeah.
isn't it? Had the mother-in-law been spiritual, then she would consider the every incoming girl as her own daughter.
Daughter.
And the whole family will be in peace.
Peace. Yes.
Why the mother-in-law is not spiritual? Her mother was not spiritual. It goes on. And it goes on here also. You are also greedy, your children are also greedy. You pass on the greed.
Passed on the greed. Yes.
So somewhere this chain has to be broken. That's why the Pyramid Spiritual Society movement has come. We can't allow this chain. Whether in the family circumstances or in the corporate circumstances, the principles are the same. There should not be a greedy person. Greedy persons are the root cause for the griefs of everybody. Okay. So, you should be a needy person, not a greedy person. You should limit. You must know your limits of how much you want. from yourself, from others. Don't be greedy to overwork. In corporate sector, they encourage greed. You work more, you'll get pay more.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? You work in the office, even after the office hours, get extra pay. So, the corporate should never encourage that extra pay, nor the employees. They should say, sorry, Bob, you do meditation and you spiritualize yourself. That way you can contribute to yourself and also contribute to the whole society.
Right.
You will become a needy person, not a greedy person. That's why we have started this pyramid spiritual society movement, so that we will remove the greed from every person. Greed is a very subtle thing. Even among so-called good Samaritans, there is greed.
Yes, sir. I was going to go there now. Yes, sir.
Huh?
Because you said based on what you said, sir, they should not encourage overworking. But typically it is passed on because the customer is saying, I need to have this tomorrow.
You should not accept such customers. You should choose your customers.
You should choose your customers.
You don't choose your customers properly.
And
you must limit your clientele.
So we should be able to brave enough to say no. And that is not there at all.
So you don't limit your clients because you have greed. You want all the business for yourself.
You want all the business.
See, your needs should be fulfilled, either for the family or the corporation. We should have reasonable limits.
Which means it is there now across the chain, sir, as you can easily see now, because that comes because the boss is greedy. He is saying, I got to have this 50% growth. And he says it's because my board is saying, where is your performance, profits, where are the profits, we have to have so much. So it's just coming all the way top to down.
It's all coming from top to down, down to top.
Down to top.
Everybody is responsible for the whole situation. See,
so how do we overcome this, sir?
We overcome this, we overhaul this.
Okay, overhaul it. Yes.
We overhaul the whole system.
Yes.
The basic system has to be overhauled. Without that overhauling, we can't overcome.
Okay.
What that overhauling is? Meditation. In meditation, overhauling happens for the good of every person, for the betterment of every person, the employer, the employee. Two kinds of persons are there: employee and employer.
Yes.
Only two.
Yes.
So both persons are developed. They will have more peace of mind, more fulfillment if they do meditation. The employer will be a contented person, the employee will be a contented person. The greed goes away when you do meditation.
When you do meditation, greed goes away.
Without your knowing.
Without your knowing itself.
Without meditation, without your knowing, greed comes in.
Okay.
You don't even know that you are greedy.
You are greedy. Is it because of the environment, sir?
Yes, sir.
Because the society, my neighbor has got it, the other person has got it, my cousin
because
got it.
Because of whole of your upbringing, family.
Family and environment.
Okay. So when you go into meditation, you overcome greed.
Greed.
Which is the cause of grief. When you are full of grief, then body becomes diseased. The body depends upon the mind. Mind is either happy or unhappy always. With greed, you are always unhappy.
Yes, unhappy.
With needs, you are always contented, happy. When your mind is contented, happy, your body is fit and healthy. First of all, you must understand such a certain principle. Your body is dependent upon your mind. 100%. Your mind is full of grief because of greed.
Great.
And greed will go away when you discipline your mind. So, disciplining the mind is called a meditation. The whole subject of what is physical body, what is mind, what is intellect, what is soul, what is self, what is spirit, all that is spirituality. And you must be introduced to spirituality. Any person, the employee and the employer, the king and the ruler and the ruled. In a nuclear family, the head of the family and all the members of the family. They should come to understand these basic things, that the body depends upon the mind, and the mind has to be tamed, disciplined through meditation. Then, when the mind is disciplined through meditation, the mind becomes an enlightened mind. Non-greedy mind is an enlightened mind. A greedy mind is a dark mind. A non-greedy mind is an enlightened mind. People ask me, sir, why should I do meditation? I don't have any problems.
Yes, sir. That's a common question in business also. Everything is going great.
Okay,
so
Baba, I won't urge you to do meditation, but when your problems have come, please come to me.
Please come to me.
And the next day he comes running to me.
Yeah.
Swamiji, something has happened in my life, what to do? I already told you.
Yeah. People are they're waiting for the crisis to happen before they come in.
That's why crisis will come.
Yeah.
If you are waiting for a crisis, crisis will happen.
Crisis will happen.
Why a crisis will happen? For you to drive you into meditation.
Yes.
To become sane, not insane.
To become sane or insane.
Greed makes you insane, Baba.
Yes. Sir,
You tend to violate others' integrity. You doubt others' integrity.
You doubt others' integrity. No, okay. Can you elaborate, sir?
The employer doubts the integrity of the employees, and the employees doubt the integrity of the employer.
Because of the greed. Yes, sir. It happened a lot in COVID time. Because now employer had to work from home. And employer just didn't even think that it's possible, so they didn't want to trust where they're working, where they're just relaxing, so they start asking, send me what you're doing every hourly. So then the employees here like really literally feeling so bad that no, what kind of bosses I have.
See, this mutual misunderstanding is always happens between two greedy persons.
I see. You're always bringing back to two people, it's not one person, okay?
Okay, if among the two persons, one is greedy, one is non-greedy,
Yeah.
the non-greedy we can easily understand the greedy.
Okay.
He will have an adjustment. But a greedy person can never understand the other greedy person.
I see. So non-greedy person can adjust and then get over the
Can
situation.
understand the greedy person.
Understand.
He will be more compassionate. Compassion comes from non-greediness. Cruelty comes from greediness.
So, sir, then in this chain of top down, everybody is greedy. So, everyone somewhere investors to now bosses wanting aggressive targets, and so employees having to work. And then you said they're also greedy, and hence they are not standing up for what they really need, right? That's why they're also just going into it. Now, suppose the question comes, sir, okay, we introduce meditation to somebody down the line chain. They say, I'm doing meditation. Now, how will, if they are not even aware of this, and how will they change? So, how does it happen? Sir,
Everything will sink in everybody else. Everybody affects everybody else.
Everybody affects everybody else.
The whole world is observing you. See, somewhere we have to break this chain. That's why
it.
Pyramid Spiritual Ceremony is breaking this chain.
Breaking the chain.
It is implanting non-greedy persons in the whole greedy society.
Society. Okay.
When I came into meditation 40 years back, I became a non-greedy person. Not that I was very greedy before that, I was full of needs only. But I could see the whole social situation and my role in it. So then I started teaching meditation 40 years back. And because of the meditation, so many people have become enlightened. That is, they became non-greedy. They become compassionate. They don't anymore contribute to the chaos of the society.
So, sir, related to this, we have these situations at workplace. Greed or no greed, the bosses or colleagues are incompetent. I am sincere, I am working. The incompetency leads to politics, often not trying to hold on to the job. So, how do we handle these such situations where how do we handle this incompetency? It's a big challenge for employees who are sincere, but then they get blocked at the immediate manager. They feel that way. So, does meditation help in a way to increase?
Meditation helps you to see the bigger picture of yourself. Why you are born, what you should do, what is death. It gives you a bigger picture of the death. Death loses its sting for meditators, for spiritual people.
Okay.
You know there is life after death. So, meditators, they prepare for life after death rather than life before death. Non-meditators are fully bothered about life before death, but meditators are fully bothered about life after death. They want to ensure that part. They are not bothered about losses in this part. Understand? So, life after death is very crucial. And if you are not bothered about life after death, then your life before death is a suffering.
Okay.
You won't come into meditation, you continue to be greedy, subtle greed will be there, and subtle cruelty will be there, even among good Samaritans.
Good Samaritans. Can I give an example of that, sir?
I have my daughter. My daughter loves somebody else in the office. And I put my foot down. Hey, you can't marry that fellow. He is not of our community. No, what is that? You are not compassionate to your own daughter.
Yes, sir. Because the understanding is not there that everybody is same.
So, you say, hey, you cannot marry him. This is common in the whole of India.
Common of India. Even though they are good Samaritans from a society, but they just cross some barriers.
Yes, yes. See, this is a classic example in India. The other example of mother-in-law and daughter-in-law.
Yes, yes, sir.
Both are good persons individually.
Individually they are good.
But collectively, the greed, subtle greed comes.
Is it because of ego, sir? How does the greed develop?
It is because of lack of meditation.
Lack of meditation.
See, you have grown in a poor soil, the plant will be poor. If you have grown in a rich soil, the plant will be strengthy, healthy. Poor soil.
Yeah.
So, in a corporate environment, a workplace, any family place, business place, government place, any place, the people are greedy. So, we have to teach them meditation. Then they will become non-greedy and compassionate. Even though they don't agree with each other, they will know how to adjust with each other. That's fair enough.
They will know how to adjust with each other. Okay. Is it not compromising on your individual happiness?
Adjustment is different.
How?
Compromise is different.
Okay. Adjustment with happiness.
Adjustment,
for a bigger purpose you are adjusting for now.
you are not compromising your principles.
Not compromising the principles. Okay.
You are adjusting with the circumstances.
Adjusting circumstances. Okay.
You know, Swami Vivekananda said what? He said, in matters of opinion, swim with the current. In matters of principle, stand like a rock. You don't lose your principles for adjustment. This is a very great statement by Swami Vivekananda.
Yes, sir.
In matters of opinion, swim with the current.
Swim with the current.
The daughter-in-law can swim with the current of the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
The mother-in-law can swim with the current of the daughter-in-law.
Right.
But in matters of principle, stand like a rock.
Stand like a rock.
So, Pyramid Spiritual Society movement presents those principles. People are not aware of any principles. Whereas PSSM clarifies all the principles. You have to do a lot of meditation.
Okay.
You have to read all the books. You have to listen to others' experiences. You have to have silence. You have to teach meditation to others. You have to be a vegetarian.
Right.
These are all principles.
Principles, yes.
In that house or in that corporate, they serve lunch, chicken, mutton.
Chicken, mutton.
So what do you expect
Yes.
in that corporate atmosphere? When they are cruelly killing animals and serving their own employees, is that a true employee? Is that a true employer? No.
Not at all.
So how can you are supplying cruel material there as food? It can't go.
So vegetarian food, sir, at least at Sanofi, as soon as I understood, sir, we clearly stood by, said we will never serve
Otherwise, you
non-vegetarian.
used to serve?
Before, sir, before I was not a manager, so I didn't have that thing to serve before meditation.
Okay.
But the Sanofi happened after meditation, so then there is no serving of non-veg at all.
So that's why Sanofi succeeded. Was Sanofi a successful venture?
It was successful, sir.
How come?
Once I got hold of the CEO, which is 2009 later. Before that, again, somebody else was taking decisions. I couldn't stop. But once I became CEO, then it was it definitely grew only, and then we actually had the
Because the CEO was a meditator.
Yes, sir.
And the principles had come.
Yes, sir.
Prior to that, there were no principles.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Right?
There are no principles. Yes, depending on that other CEOs and their understanding.
In your family also, when your younger brother came to me,
Yes, sir.
he introduced some principles in your whole family, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir.
Before that, there were no principles.
No principles. Yes. We're all eating non-veg.
So, we need to have principles. And PSSM clarifies all the principles.
And they are starting with meditation, which is fundamentally not
Fundamental
taught
point, the first point is meditation.
meditation,
Disciplining your mind.
disciplining the mind.
Dedicating certain amount of time to discipline your mind every day.
Yes, sir.
In gym, you go to discipline your body.
Yes, sir.
In meditation center, you come here to discipline your mind. Why there is Pyramid Valley here? Why people come here? To discipline their minds. They sit calmly for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, trying to observe their breath. Then many things will happen.
Yes, sir.
So they create in the society blocks to this chain of greed.
So then there is this other school of thought. So greed, Trishna, I said, that is mean that you are not saying no desires, you are saying excess desire is what you are
Yes,
saying.
yes.
Desire should be there because
Desires
it is
are always important.
always there.
See, unlimited desire.
Unlimited desire, excessive.
And you are killing animals and eating, that is not even desire.
That is
You
not
are
even
harming
desire.
them.
That is not no understanding only of life.
See, if some animal is dead there, you go and eat it. You are not killing it. Why are you killing and eating it?
Yes.
You search for dead bodies and then eat it. Then you are not harming anybody. But you are killing a live thing and eating it. Your greed has harmed it. You will be harmed. Law of karma. The first question is, but why they are unsuccessful? Because there is greed everywhere. Because there is no meditation. When there is meditation, there will be no greed, and there will be a happy society everywhere. Whether it is in the workplace or family place, or any other business place, corporate place, non-corporate place, a governmental organization, whatever it is. Everybody should be taught meditation as a basic skill, as a basic need, as a basic discipline. Then the story begins.
Or begins.
A new paradigm starts. Any sensible man, sensible person, human being will immediately come to meditation as the solution. If you are not a sensible person, you will never come to the solution.
Solution, yes, sir. So, this related question, there are a lot of uncertainties every business goes through. Uncertainty in the sense there is a change, there is a transitioning. So, a new CEO comes, then there is suddenly a shift of people changes because they feel certain way to be done. First of all, is that right? Because the new person comes in and looks at it and says, okay, these are not aligned to my principles or whatever, my style, so they want to change. Now, as a result, there is a tremendous amount of turnover. This is there happening these days. So the employees are not clear whether to hold on or whether to move on to another company, because this churn happens for a period of 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. Their boss today will be there, tomorrow it will change. So
see, you
how
must
to
be
deal with
happy irrespective of your boss.
okay. You must be happy.
A,
with
B or C, D, any boss.
Yes.
You must be able to adjust nicely if you want to stay in the corporate. Otherwise, get out of the corporate. You are always free to go out of the corporate and look for another corporate. And if you are really deserving, any company will invite you.
Will give, sir, yes. But what you are saying is, rather than taking that as an option, first if you understand and to be happy with any boss, then is that true, sir? If I run away from there, then I am attracted.
You don't have to be happy with any boss.
Okay.
You can leave the organization also.
Leave the organization.
The wife can leave the husband can leave the wife also, Baba.
Okay. After trying enough.
Huh?
After trying enough to see that I can still be happy, and then only that.
You weigh the consequences otherwise, and then
Okay.
go in for adjustment or non-adjustment.
So how much of this is true, sir? If you run away from a problem, wherever you go, if there is a problem and then run away from it, then wherever you go, it's going to be multiplied.
You are right. Again, there will be one more problem.
One other problem of the same nature and a bigger one.
So, there is no point in looking at your circumstances.
Okay.
There is only point in looking at yourself.
Looking at yourself.
When you change, then you are happy in any given circumstance.
Okay.
So, in meditation, you change yourself. Without meditation, you want to change others.
I change others. Okay.
The employee wants to change the employees want to change the employer.
Employer.
All people want to change the companies, as you
Correct,
said.
sir. Correct, sir.
So, meditation is the real option for any sane human being. If they are insane, there are no options. Sanity is required.
That is required. So, one more, little different. Women in business or in working environment, today, especially in the leadership side, very small percentage, sir. In the boardroom, if you see, not even less than 9% only are there. But you've been saying also the feminine energies are coming in, and even otherwise, women have a lot greater capability to handle. So how do we break this? I mean, why is that by default in companies only men are there? And what is the way that will meditation help to increase that, and which way?
Meditation makes a man softer than himself.
Okay.
When a male person, a man, becomes softer, he becomes a woman. Then there will be parity. Then in every boardroom, 50% will be a woman.
So they become softer, so they automatically start inclusive and then start
Yes.
looking for
For
everybody.
every question, the answer is meditation.
Meditation.
And for every problem, the answer is solution. The solution is meditation.
For every problem, the solution is meditation.
If the question is there, the answer is there. If the problem is there, there is a solution is there. And the solution happens to be meditation. And the answer happens to be meditation. Any question, any problem, it will lead you to meditation. That's what I've experienced in my life. So, when I experienced that point, that every question has an answer, and that answer is meditation. Every problem has a solution, and that solution happens to be meditation. Then I started dedicating my life to meditation. And I will continue to do so. One of the first publications I did, about 40 years back, I wrote a small book. with some of the statements collected from all the books, compilation.
Okay.
And I put them in a proper order and all those things. A 10 pages book. And I titled it The Final Truth.
Final truth, sir. Okay. I have not come across this, sir. This is there.
That is somewhere in the archives.
Okay, okay.
I titled it as The Final Truth.
Final truth, okay.
40 years back.
40 years back, okay. Before in PSM.
That still stands good. There are questions and questions and questions and questions and questions and questions and questions. There are problems and problems and problems and problems and problems. And if you when you put a question, I don't even think about your question for your kind of information.
Okay,
Because anyhow I am going to answer the same.
answer this is meditation.
I have act as if I am listening to you.
Yes.
Oh, your question is very beautiful.
Yes, sir.
I have never heard such a question.
Yes, sir.
But it's all a drama I am
Sir,
playing.
Okay, sir.
Because I know that my answer will be the same.
Answer is the same, sir.
And you have come out with different problems, corporate problems, employer problems, employee problems. I listen very carefully. Understand? I say, okay, meditate, do meditation. Understand meditation. Teach meditation. 4 things are there. Learn meditation, practice meditation, teach meditation and spread meditation anywhere. So we go into every home to teach meditation. We go into every office, every corporate to teach meditation. We teach meditation in their own place, their own family space,
Places.
door delivery.
Totally.
They learn it. When I went in the year 92 from Kannur to Anantapur, I used to go and sit with a fellow at 4 o'clock in the morning. They will I'll sit in the veranda and they will open the main door only at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
So I used to sit there because I want some person to teach.
Teach meditation. That was the level of
So
commitment.
I would go there to his home and door deliver it. I started it that way.
That way.
Only one person would be there. I would announce in a temple, somebody come from Karnool to teach meditation. Only one person used to sit like this. All bhajan and pradhana, puja and thousands of people there. Only one person is sitting with
For
me.
meditation. Yes, sir.
Once I went from Tirupati to Bangalore to teach meditation. Okay, how do you go from Tirupati to, not Bangalore, Tirupati to Hindupur? You have to go via Bangalore.
Via Bangalore. Oh, okay. That's right, sir. Via Bangalore.
So I took a bus from Tirupati, I went to Bangalore city, then got another bus, came to Hindupur to teach. 3 persons were there.
Opa.
One 10-year-old boy, one 12-year-old boy, one 14-year-old boy. I am very happy.
Happy. Because that can be another Buddha.
Understand? So I continued my mission of teaching meditation. Whether it is 1 person, 1,000 person doesn't make any. I speak the same.
So, sir, is that then the secret of your this phenomenal, I shouldn't say success, but reaching out your goal of teaching to so many millions of people?
My passion.
Passion is there, and then you always start. You say start rather than keep on doing questions and then this calculation in the mind.
I won't entertain any questions.
Calculating in the mind.
And I won't listen to anybody's problems.
Okay.
I won't waste my energies.
Okay.
I do some acting.
Okay.
Suppose you are a VIP, I have to act.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I will sit like this. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He will talk to me for 1 hour. I have to say, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are right, sir. You are, sir. At the end of 1 hour, can you do some meditation?
So many they don't take initiatives in the corporate where you feel, but they don't take initiative because there's a fear is there, sir. So they don't start.
As long as there is fear, you are doomed.
And
anybody is doomed.
And why is fear coming? And then of course the answer will be meditation is
Yes,
going to
yes,
solve.
yes, yes. As Don Juan told Carlos Castaneda, there are 4 enemies of a warrior. The first enemy is fear. The second enemy is clarity. He thinks he is very correct.
Isn't very correct.
And the third enemy is power.
Power.
And the fourth enemy is old age.
Okay.
So, these are the four enemies of a warrior. The first is fear.
Fear.
When you overcome fear, you will have some clarity, and clarity becomes an enemy. When you overcome clarity, you will have power. Power will be your enemy.
How does one overcome fear, sir?
Meditation. Answer is there for me. Ready answer is there.
So meditation naturally will move one to from fearful
Natural.
to
Everything
fearless.
natural. See, everything that is good is always natural and simple.
Natural and simple.
The questions are complicated. The answer is simple. The problems are complicated, but the solution is always simple. Meditation.
Yes, sir.
You are talking about corporate sector, whether it is corporate sector or family sector, any sector. Whether it is any problem, any question, the answer is the same.
Oh, same, sir. So in our
And
program,
there are no hundreds and thousands of meditation techniques. There is only one technique, Anapanasati.
Anapanasati. So this
Again,
comes,
that is very important. First of all, meditation is the answer. Second thing, Anapanasati is the order. Which type of meditation? There are again thousands of people.
yes, sir.
Anapanasati again. Observing the breathing.
Sir, so how is that, sir? There is, a, for example, TM is very popular. How do we, there is always this question comes up, now heartfulness, that Sahajmarg meditation is there. Chinmaya mission, I think, got translated to that.
They will all come back to Anapanasati in their next lifetimes.
Next lifetimes. Because we feel like those techniques are still inadequate.
Absolutely so. Just as meditation is the only answer, Anapanasati is the only meditation technique.
Only meditation technique.
And vegetarian is the only food allowed.
So, in that then, apart from Gautama Buddha, any other our ancient sages or rishis who talked about Anapanasati as a meditation technique?
In Ramayana, what is this Hanumanji?
Okay. Vayuputra.
What do you mean by Vayuputra?
Be with the breath.
That's all. It's clear. Ramayana is only Anapanasati.
Anapanasati.
Well, Ramayana went the religious way, Buddha went the scientific way. But the process is the same.
Process is the same.
Buddha had a scientific mindset. Ramayana, religious mindset.
Did Patanjali prescribe also, sir, any specific meditation? Or you only talked about the process in general?
Patanjali talked about many things,
Many things.
but Buddha focused on one thing.
Buddha focused on. We, in our programs, we see biggest thing that people in corporate programs that we are using, sir, as part of Buddha CEO Foundation, where our goal is to definitely teach to the corporates, but primarily to the leaders, assuming the challenges are coming from top down as much as they're coming from bottom up too. So this is one way of reaching out to the leaders. But most of the time we're seeing health as the number one challenge and that lack of clarity. There are the two things that we're seeing as challenges that they say within 3 to 6 weeks that we are now overcome our sleep issue or insomnia or BP issue. That's health is the biggest thing, sir. It keeps coming as health. As
Naturally so.
Yes.
In family history also health is a problem.
Health is a problem.
Where
is not a
which
problem.
is a situation where health is not a problem.
Health is not a problem.
So, Swamiji, I will speak only of meditation. Any question, any
Okay, sir.
problem, any scenario.
Okay, sir. So maybe we'll wrap up, sir. A couple of more questions. Sir, some companies succeed like really well.
Only to fall again.
Okay.
Mughal
Like Google.
Empire,
Like
British
Google.
Empire, what happened?
So they see that, and then at some point it will also come. Just a
Like in the ocean, big waves come, then it comes down.
okay. Is that like a cycle? What goes up has to come down. Is that how you're saying, or why does it have to be that way?
You have to think in terms of permanent things. That is spirituality. You
Okay.
should not think in terms of temporary things.
Okay.
That is materialism. You have to shift your focus from permanent things, from impermanent things to permanent things.
Permanent things too.
That is spirituality. in the practical science in spirituality is meditation. An ounce of practice is more important than a pound of theory. We read all the Bhagavad Gitas, but we don't practice meditation. What is the point? Even if you don't read Bhagavad Gita, you do meditation, you will become a Krishna.
I am Krishna.
If you practice, that matters. So, reading Bhagavad Gita is secondary to doing meditation. That's why it forms the secondary point. And third secondary point is to listen to others' experiences. Third point. The fourth point in our philosophy is silence. When you don't have to speak, you should never speak.
Okay.
You should conserve your energies.
That's another big misnomer in a group, especially in the corporate setting. If you don't talk, then you're judged saying that, oh, you're quiet and you don't participate, and there's that there said. Because again, that's then people are, some of them are speaking, opening unnecessarily, some of them are forced to do. But in a situation you're saying meditation will help people to really understand what is required. They have that strength to stay quiet or not.
Where speech is silver, silence is golden.
Speech is silver, silence is golden. Wonderful.
Let us do just 5 minutes of meditation.
Okay, sir. Done, sir.
Cross your feet, hands into hands, fingers into fingers. Since meditation is the answer for all questions, since meditation is the solution for all the problems, since you have to widen your vision from one lifetime to several lifetimes, you need to do meditation.
Okay, sir. Thank you for doing this.
And again, there is only one type of meditation, Anapanasati. That is made very clear by Pyramid Spiritual Society movement. It makes clear that every problem has got only one solution, every question has got only one answer, that is meditation. And meditation, there are no 108 methods of meditation, there is only one method of meditation, Anapanasati, observing your normal natural breath. That is the second discovery of PSSM, second teaching of PSSM. And the third proposal of PSSM is that you can enhance the intensity of meditation if you do it inside a pyramid, in a forest atmosphere, with a group, with some music. So, we introduce all these elements. That is the third step. First step meditation, second step Anapanasati, third step is intensifying your meditation by the help of pyramid energy, the group energy, the full moon energy, the nature energy. That is the third teaching of PSSM. It is at 3 levels. The first level says, hey, meditation is the answer for all your questions. Hey, meditation is the solution for all your problems. Next level, hey, among all the methods of meditation, only one thing is correct, that is Anapanasati. And the third thing PSSM says, hey, you can intensify your Anapanasati meditation if you do inside a pyramid, if you do with a group, if you do with certain nice melodious classical music, if you do with the full moon energies. So, these are the third level teachings. Kindly don't open your eyes. I always play the flute for music meditation. Your meditation is enhanced by the music. That's why I play the flute. Remember, the first understanding is coming to meditation. Remember, the second understanding is to come to Anapanasati. Remember, the third understanding is to come to pyramid meditation, full moon meditation, group meditation, music meditation, samadhi meditation, forest meditation, crystal meditation. In every corporate office, there should be meditation rooms. In every corporate, meditation should be made a must. Meditation should be done together by the employer and the employees. All should together do meditation. All are equal in meditation. They become equal in meditation. The greed is overcome in meditation. And all the needs are fulfilled. Final 1 minute, please. Only 1 minute. Every greedy person is required to become non-greedy. Until you become non-greedy, basically, you won't become a sane citizen, sane contributor to the world. Whether you are in a family place or corporate place or business place or any place, you need to be non-greedy. You have to surgically remove greed from your system. The answer is Anapanasati. Ana means inhalation, apana means exhalation, sati is to be with. Become one with your own breath. No chanting of any mantras, no thinking about Ramas and Krishnas and Jesuses. You are equal to them, but you are not doing your meditation, that's all. You don't need to remember any Jesus or Rama or Krishna. You just have to become one with your breath to solve your problems, to answer your questions. You have to be with your breath. Conduct this scientific experiment of meditation and realize yourself. You need to have a spiritual scientific mindset to come into meditation. If you have a religious mindset, you won't come into meditation. If you have a materialistic mindset, you won't come into meditation, certainly not. But if you have a spiritual scientific mindset, you will automatically drift into meditation. Final 20 seconds. Be with your breath. 10 seconds. 9 seconds. We invite all spiritual scientific mindset people to come into meditation. We don't have to invite them, they come automatically. You can take the horse to the pond, but you cannot make it drink. The horse will drink the water only when it is thirsty. People should have thirst for truth. When you have a thirst for truth, you have a spiritual scientific mindset. Then you can take the horse to the pond and make it drink, not otherwise. You can't make every Tom, Dick and Harry enlightened. No. Final 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, my dear friends. Please practice this meditation, Anapanasati meditation, and you are required to answer all your questions. You are required to solve your own problems and understand spirituality. We request you to become a member of the Pyramid Spiritual Society movement and understand its 18 principles. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Patriji. Wonderful discussion that we had. If you look at it, Patriji said greed and grief. Grief externally, greed inside. Everything in the corporate world, in the business world, the workplace is starting with greed. And Patriji spoke about many things, developing empathy, being able to be happy in any situation, whether it is a boss incompetency or a greedy person. And health-wise, there's only one solution Patriji talked about again and again, that meditation. He said meditation make us very sane again. And we also experienced a beautiful meditation. Patriji also said, when we meditate, we become more softer, and naturally we attract all right people to the companies. So meditation, meditation, meditation is the message that we take from Patriji to naturally grow our businesses as well as give that fulfilling lives to the employees. This is for the employer. An employer needs to practice meditation, an employee needs to practice meditation so that they can each other perfectly understand and then have an enjoyable life. Thank you all, and do visit Pyramid Valley International, and we deeply thank Pyramid Valley International for giving us this opportunity to be in this satsang. We always hear from Patriji, we meditate and we listen to the master's teachings, and then we absolutely read books. That's the way we expand our consciousness, while meditation is rectifying our mind. I think if we take one thing from this, we got to discipline, rectify the mind, and meditation is the way. So thank you all, and sir, once again thank you so much for your very, very valuable time. It's wonderful to have discussed an important subject, and I'm sure it gives enough answers to many people out there. Thank you.
Absolutely welcome, Baba. Anytime you want, you put different questions and I will give you the same answer.
Okay, sir.